Okay, what's up, everybody? Um, Sorry I haven't posted in a long time. Uh, I've been really bunched up. I've been really busy with school. As you guys know already, and if you look at your calendars, Christmas is almost here. I think it's either 2 or 3 weeks. Christmas is coming. So it's coming up fast. Um, Everybody's busy. Everybody's organizing plans. Next week is the last week of school until winter break for me. This week I had a cold, and stuff like that. And the last time I tried to film a YouTube video, it it crashed because my iPhone storage was full. So yeah. So today I thought, and it's late at night right now. Everybody else and my family just went to bed. So I thought I'll just take this time to just, do a quick rundown of my battle vest, because yes, since I am a metalhead, I do have me a battle vest. Uh, Now there are pros and cons to having a battle vest. I won't get into that specifically, but I also will just say right now that there are a few patches on here that were transferred over from my old vest because I did have an old blue vest at one point, but it started to like wear out after when I went and saw Anthrax in concert and stuff like that. And so then quickly bought black denim vest and bought more like death and black metal bands because that's more like up my alley. So so yeah. So I'll just be running down a few of those my vest today, both front and back. So yeah, so check this. So yeah, let's get into it. So this is the front of the vest. There are I personally think that there's more patches on the front than the back. I still have to add a few more patches, and I want to get more patches from my local record store. So yeah. So let's just start off at the top here. We got Swedish doom metal legends Candlemass. I only know one of their songs. I know "Call Me a Poser." Um, uh, but seriously, I'm trying to find I'm trying to save up enough money so I can buy one of their albums. I do trust me. I do know who they are, and I do know I have heard a few of their songs, but I mostly listen to their song "Bewitched," which is like probably my favorite song that I at least know from them, and I listen to a lot. So yeah. And then on the other side, we got Fear Factory. I got this patch in their deluxe edition of Soul of a New Machine vinyl, and stuff like that. And yeah, I love Fear Factory very much. They're sort of like the early gods of like heavy groove metal and stuff like that. And I just love all their catalog pretty much. So yeah. Now you also may notice that I have pins on here. So yes, I do have some death pins. I have Leprosy, just a plain death logo, Scream Bloody Gore, sorry, oh god, Sign of Perseverance and stuff like that. And then I have, Slipknot pins and stuff like that, only two though, because these are my, besides these two, um, well, actually, there was these three, actually. I think I may have lost a Slipknot pin, oh no. Um, but yeah, no, it's not. I did have a All Hope Is Gone pin, but I think it may have come off somewhere, and I think I may have lost it, unfortunately. But still, these two albums are pretty fire by Slipknot. So yeah, and I do have pins and stuff like that on the other side. I have, you may recognize this pin. This is a Bathory on the other side of the Black Mark pin. I also do have a Ghostface pin up or pin button, whatever, as well, because I am a fan of Ghostface. He's my favorite, serial killer and stuff like that. Like I already said, I got this in the Metalhead box. Metalhead box was mid, although it took for free and ever to get it. Like, it took a really long ass time. It was crazy. Um, So yeah. Then next up, we got Body Count. I got this in the Body Count Deluxe Edition Carnivore box set alongside with the beanie and two CDs. I got the instrumental CD, and then I got the main album. The main album itself is just very good. I actually love the tone. It's super country. I'm a fan of Ice-T's stuff that he does with Body Count, specifically the first record. I do love Carnivore though because there are a few really heavy songs on it, like the Carnivore, the first track, um, and No Remorse is my favorite song off the album. So yeah. And then yeah, obviously got some Slayer pins and some Dark Funeral pins because same situation. I do know quite a few songs from Dark Funeral, and obviously I love Slayer because Slayer, and you gotta love Slayer in order to be a metalhead. So yeah, or else you're a freaking poser. So yeah. Then next up we got one of my second all-time favorite death metal band, which is Morbid Angel. First I heard from them was Where the Slime Live, stuff like that. And this patch was actually on my old vest. It was sort of like in the top, um, I guess technically right corner of my vest on my old vest. So yeah. This one was brand new to the vest. This is my Dark Throne patch. Yes, I am a fan of Dark Throne. I have their Ravishing Grimness album. Well, I guess technically EP, or I don't know. It seems like an album to me. I don't know. But anyways, it's classic, really classic dark, hardcore black and death metal. It's or not black and death metal. Just hardcore black metal. I don't know how else to put it, but it's super super dark. Love it, stuff like that. I needed an Iron Maiden patch. They didn't have necessarily a Number of the Beast patch because that's my favorite main but they did have. I am sort of falling in love with the old school Iron Maiden covers. So yeah, I did have to roll. I did want to roll with the Killers patch. So sorry about that. And so that's exactly what I did. I picked up the Killers patch and sewed it on there. So myself. Oh yeah, that's another thing I have to point out, guys. A lot of these patches weren't done by me. Some of them were, or quite a few of them were, but not all of them. Most of them were done by a parent, stuff like that. So I know, call me poser for making my mom do my patches, but whatever. I didn't know how to sew properly, so yeah. But now I know how to sew properly, at least pretty good, I guess. But yeah, so yeah, that's that. This one was also um, off my other vest, which I also sewed on myself. This is my Gojira. Um, Hold on. This is my Gojira Magma patch. I don't have this album, but I do have two Gojira albums. I have their sort of newish album on vinyl, and then I have L'Enfant Sauvage on CD, which I will make a CD collection video hopefully very soon, alongside with my vinyl collection as well. I think you guys would really like it. So yeah, same situation. I just wanted a Gojira patch because I needed a Gojira patch. So yeah, and of course y'all can see the Slayer, this very very low budgeted Slayer patch. I mean, at least the actual lettering is perfect. So yeah. So that's that. Okay, so these three I did. Deicide. I have a toque of them. I have a toque. I don't have any pans, and nor do I have any of their albums, but I do listen to their albums on like Apple Music. Like I've listened to Once Upon a Cross, stuff like that on Apple iTunes. That's probably like, I guess since that's the first, when I listen to Deicide, that's the first album I go to. I guess I can technically say that's my favorite album. So yeah, it's very unfortunate. I do want some Deicide on vinyl and or CD. I'm dying to look for some Deicide. So yeah. In Flames. These guys recently came out with sort of recently came out with a new album. Uh, I got this one sort of not that long ago, I guess. Too. Sorry, my nose is very bad. I don't know. I guess. I have their Come Clarity album on CD. That album's just like it's super heavy and it's super melodic. Although I don't know what it is, but like a lot of the old school melodic death metal bands, they seem to have like this like very tom sounding snare drum. It's really weird. And In Flames has that a lot on their later records, and stuff like that. And I mean, Soilwork had the snare thing as well. Um, but whatever, it is what it is. Uh, yeah, I love In Flames, dude. I checked out some of their older catalog, and I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty sick. So yeah. Next up, we have Immortal, uh, with their Wrath from Blackrishk. I think that's how you pronounce it. Don't call me poser. Um, okay. I can pronounce a lot of death metal album names, but thing is, I can't really pronounce and I can pronounce a few black metal names, but I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry. Yeah, so this is my Immortal patch. I only know one of their albums, which at least is okay, and it's their pretty well known album, which is Sons of Northern Darkness. I wanted that album super bad last year for Christmas, but unfortunately I didn't get it, so I had to continue to listen to that album on Apple Music. Um, so yeah, it's not that big of a deal. I guess we'll go straight up to here with Death. Death needs no introduction. Death was actually on my old list as well. Um, Stuff like that. Uh, I mean, what can I say about Death? I mean, they they were the first death metal band. They pioneered the genre of death metal, which is death metal has a very strong, place in my heart. So yeah, and I have Scream Bloody Gore and Leprosy on cassette tape, so that's cool. Mayhem. Uh, I know these guys very well because of their dark history, with all the death and the gore and all that stuff and all the rumors behind this band. I won't specifically get into it, nor will I ever talk about it on my channel because I want to keep it, family friendly. Just be open to talk about, music collections and stuff like that. But these guys wrote a classic album called the Mysterious Dom Satanis. Hopefully I said that right. But their iconic song, Freezing Moon, is probably, in my opinion, the most nostalgic and probably my all-time favorite, like, Mayhem song of all time. So yeah. Um, Take it how you want it. Um, yeah. Next up is Venom. Uh, for a second, I thought this was a black metal patch, in which I thought I had to listen to black metal in order to have this patch, but turns out it's just a straight up Venom patch. So it's just like in the black metal colors. So I guess I can technically listen to any Venom album, and still have this patch on my vest and not get called out by a poser or by a big metalhead. But yeah, I mean, they got some good tunes. I mean, Welcome to Hell, Don't Burn the Witch, Teacher's Pet. Uh, they had this one song where it was like something about a grave. I forgot what it was called. I'm gonna have to double check it again because here's the thing: I'm not that good at remembering songs when I first hear them. So yeah. But yeah, Teacher's Pet, Don't Burn the Witch, Welcome to Hell. Those are some pretty good songs. My Venom. And this one, that patch was also on my old vest too. Same thing with this patch, which is just an I Love Metal pentagram. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for the front. Now hold on a second. All right. Now we are on the back. As you can see, there's not that much, but there is a back patch, which is, I guess we'll do that first. The exploited. Now, my family has rooted two kinds of rock music, which is heavy metal and punk rock, specifically on my mom's side. So, in which she was into like the Misfits and all that stuff and the Ramones. I'm not, I'm not gonna say it because I'm probably gonna get called out by a bunch of people. But I developed my own taste in punk rock, and this band, in my opinion, is the most punk anything. It's the most anything punk band I've ever heard. I mean, they. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're British, and they got very. I guess I don't want to say this, but very catchy punk tunes and stuff like that. And I just love how like most of their albums have like skulls with mohawks on them, specifically this back patch right here. So yeah, I love the Exploited. They're my I'm gonna have to say my number one favorite punk band, and then second would have to be like the Cro-Mags or something like that. So yeah. And then while we're at it, I got this patch in the Metalhead box. It is the first three eras or the first three death albums or eras. So you got your Scream Bloody Gore, your Leprosy, and then your Spiritual Healing on the back. I got that in the middle of headbots. I'm not gonna lie, it feels cool and it looks cool. So yeah. Then we got Dimmu Borgir, Eonian. I'm pretty sure that's an album by them, but I don't listen to it. And I do have their new remixed and reissued version of Puritanical Euphoric Dysphoria or whatever. It's killer. It's my favorite Dimmu Borgir and stuff like that. So yeah. I guess we'll go on this side. We got Municipal Waste. I tried listening to one of their albums, and their songs are so rapidly fast I didn't even hear the song. All I heard was just like, so I tried to take a step back and actually listen to one of their EPs, in which I sort of caught on to that a bit. Which I'm gonna have to say it'd have to be their Last Rager EP. Obviously this is the Slime and Punishment patch, which is one of their albums, which has like Breathe Grease and those songs. But yeah, I just can't catch on totally to some of their albums because they're so friggin' fast. I can't even catch up. So yeah, I know that kind of sounds like a scale issue, but trust me, I'll get the hang of it. Trust me, it's I'm still trying to process a lot of the exploited stuff, but yeah, these guys are killer. They're definitely, from what I've heard, they're thrashed. Like they're hardcore thrash, and I like that. Next up, Testament. Now I don't have any classic Testament albums, but I do have their sort of newish album that was released in 2020, like early 2020, before the pandemic happened, which was Times of Creation. And stuff like that. It's probably the most heaviest and also the most, I guess, sort of catchiest and death and thrash album, I guess, because Chuck Billy, because there's one song which Gene Hogan does like a blast beat or whatever, which I just think that's personally cool. So yeah, Testament, love these guys. I love some of their older songs. I really want some of their older catalog though. Please, and please, like I want their older catalog so bad. I'll do anything. But yeah, so yeah, Testament. Next up, Call Me Poser. I don't care. I love Meshuggah. Great inventors of progressive metalcore and or what us normie core kids call it, gent. I know, gatekeeper metalheads, they hate that term, in which I'll just say progressive metalcore. And I also know that you guys hate metalcore as well, but I personally love metalcore. Um, and these guys are responsible for the birth of prog metalcore, um, because of their very insane time signatures and stuff like that. And of course, they're responsible for one of the greatest songs of all time, in my opinion, which is Bleed. So yeah, but of course, this is their Chaos Spear album, which I actually listened to the song and it's pretty fire. So yeah, and this was a gift that I gave to my dad, but then he didn't want it, and so yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Well, he didn't. He wanted it, but he didn't really have like anywhere to put it. So he gave it back to me. He was like, "Here, you can put it on your reservoir." And yeah, so that's on my vest. So yeah, that's up. Warbringer. I love their Woe to the Vanquished album. The first song, Silhouettes, is so killer. Now there is a festival somewhat close to me, uh, and these guys were headlining, and I wanted to go so bad, but unfortunately I couldn't. But I was so mesmerized by the uh, by the lineup that I flipped out. So yeah, but yeah, these guys were really killer too. I love them so much. Mode the Vanquish is a great album. I mean, tons of killer songs in there, like Remain Violent and Silhouettes, Mode the Vanquish title track. So yeah. Yeah, that's Warbringer for you. Then we got Ghost. Now I know there's tons of controversy with this band and whatever. You guys can hate it all you want. Ghost, they're not a metal band, and I don't think they'll ever be a metal band. But they're very catchy, and they're very and and I love some of the riffs they do, and I love how they incorporate tons of like old school goth elements in there. It's great. I mean, you listen to their albums on Halloween, and it's just like it almost brings you a bit of nostalgia in a way, like you're out of like a 1994 Halloween party almost. But yeah, I love Ghosts so much. These guys are killer too. I love them. Now these guys are really heavy. Nile, Vile Nile, Nilotic Rights. I wanted their older stuff. I wanted their uh, I forgot what it's called, but it's the album with I think it's oh wait, actually it's Annihilation of the Wicked. That's what it was, Annihilation of the Wicked. I wanted their Annihilation of the Wicked album because it has a song called Sacrifice onto Seebeck, which has a very heavy, very just like amazing just like bridge where it's just like killer riff comes in and just like heavy growls and stuff like that. And I love now. They talk about Egypt and all that crap. I do have this specific album on vinyl, colored vinyl too. I'm not gonna lie, it's not as good, in my opinion. It's not as good as their older stuff, but it checks out. It checks out. I mean the second track, the Oxford Handbook of Genocidal Warfare, is like there's the sort of like the ending part to it is like super heavy, where it's almost like a breakdown almost. So yeah, it's really cool. I love these guys are tight. They have to keep going. I love their material so much. So yeah. Well, that's it for today's video. You guys know the drill. Subscribe, like the video, whatever. Uh, uh, yeah. CD collection and vinyl collection to hopefully come in the future. And until I figure out how to not like get copyrighted easily. I guess then I can start posting musical content, like actual musical content, like like guitar covers or bass covers or whatever. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thank you.